Hey guys, what's going on? Time for another YouTube video, and this one's a little bit different. Normally I'm talking fishing stuff, boats occasionally, maybe some travel luggage or something like that, but this one is something that kind of falls back to my roots. So background on me is originally I was a caterer before I became a professional angler, and I love to cook. You guys have probably seen, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, a lot of posts using Traeger, wood-fired grills, stuff like that. But today I want to do a walkthrough of a new product I just picked up, have not used yet. We're going to go through this together and see how good this product is. I've been excited about this product for a while because pizza is kind of like my favorite thing in the world almost. So this video is going to be all about a new product and a dough recipe, so we're gonna go through the whole thing. But before I do that, if you could do me a favor, click subscribe down below. Also hit get notifications. That makes sure our videos get into your feed. So what is the product? It's the Ninja 8-in-1 Woodfire oven, which, yes, it will roast. Yes, it takes wood pellets and smokes, but I'm more interested in the 700-degree function for making pizza. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's start off with making a pizza dough. We'll do an unboxing because this pizza dough is gonna take 24 hours to cold ferment. And then we're gonna open up this Ninja Woodfire today. And then tomorrow, obviously, it'll be sped up for you guys, but we're gonna cook some pizzas and see how this thing actually works. So let's get to it. What are we doing with the pizza dough? So the pizza dough is pretty easy, basic recipe. We're removing some stuff. I do a lot of sourdough as well, but we're using actually dry active yeast. So what we're doing is we're gonna be using double O pizza flour. We're gonna be using dry active yeast. We're gonna be using cold tap water. You could use spring water, depends how much of a purist you are, and we're gonna use sea salt in this recipe. So the recipe calls for 535 grams of flour, 2 grams, of instant yeast, 360 grams of cold water, and it has to be cold. We're talking 40 Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius. And we're gonna use a stand mixer to mix this up roughly, let it sit for 20 minutes, and then mix it again, add the salt. So basically, here's the process. You take your flour, you add your yeast, you give it a spin so it's mixed, you add your water until it forms a rough dough ball. Once it forms a rough dough ball, you're gonna set it aside and leave it for 20 minutes just to sit there. And once you do that, you're gonna get ready after 20 minutes to put it back in the mixer, add your salt, mix until smooth. All right, so once you mix in the sea salt, you wanna get that temperature of the dough up to around 70 Fahrenheit. Once it does that, cover it, and you're gonna rest it for the next 45 minutes. That's it for the dough. It's pretty simple. The other thing you're gonna need is something to proof your dough in overnight in the fridge. And for me, that comes down to, I have some little proofing bins. I got them on Amazon, they're super cheap. I got 2 of them for like 25 bucks or something. You're gonna oil those with the olive oil. That's what the olive oil is for, so that your dough doesn't stick. You're gonna portion your dough. This dough recipe will make roughly 4 12-inch pizzas. Okay, so I'm gonna do this twice. So I'm gonna make 8 12-inch pizza doughs. Place them into your proofing bin, put the lid on it, put them away overnight. They will be ready the next day for you to use. So that's pretty simple. What we're looking to do with this dough is you want a dough that has a lot of buildup. It can stretch without tearing. You want your dough to be able to stretch. If you get that, then you can stretch out this pizza. It's got enough gluten in it to hold it together. It doesn't rip easy, and that makes things a lot easier for you. This recipe is really made for pizzas in like super hot wood burning ovens that are 800 degrees, but we're gonna go with this recipe and see how it does. That and that. Very important. Pizza stone. Nice looking oven. Get this in the light for you. So there is a optional Woodfire support table that you can get. Pizza peel is another thing you're gonna need. I already picked up mine, and it does come with a premium cover as well, so let's see where everything is. There it is. Wood pellets, cover, and the bottom tray. For roasting. Heavy duty too. That's solid. Unboxing like everything Ninja, they box it right. It's not gonna get damaged during shipping, but it comes basically with the ceramic stone for making pizzas. It has an enamel coated bottom tray for roasts and whatever else you wanna do. It does come with a bag of wood pellets. I'm gonna also try my Traeger wood pellets because I still have my Traegers and I use that a lot. And it comes with an outdoor cover, which is great because this is gonna live outside. Kind of excited. I'm gonna read through the manual quickly. Most guys don't. This guy does. Just gonna check things out, make sure I'm putting everything together properly. And once that dough is ready, we're gonna be ready to fire off some pizzas. So I'm excited to see this. So on the side here is the smoke box. You can see here, apparently it'll hold a cup, 1 scoop of pellets. And it says all you'll need. So that's gonna add that smoke flavor to whatever you're doing. So there's that. I'm gonna cut this tag off. So since we're using this mainly for pizzas, we're gonna install the pizza stone. A little sticky going in and out, but I mean, once it's in there and you're gonna be heating that stone up. So the settings should be pretty easy. From what I can tell from what I read before I bought this, you've got your different types of pizza here on the setting, but look what this thing can do. I mean, it is a warmer, a dehydrator, a smoker for baking, for broiling, for specialty roast, for max roast, and pizza. Pizza, the highest setting that I believe will go to 700 degrees. You got a button for Woodfire flavor that'll activate your smoke box. Temperature settings, everything, dials, press. Very Ninja-like, very, very straightforward, easy. There is a little scan here, QR code as well on the handle that if you need extra parts or want to buy something, you could do that easily as well. But yeah, pretty cool. I'm excited about this. Now, one thing to note, the differences between the flours. I talked about using 00 flour. The difference really is in the protein content between the flours. So 00 pizza flour is gonna have a lower content, more suitable for making Neapolitan, crispier style crusts. If you're using bread flour on the other hand is the opposite side of the spectrum, has a higher protein content. It's gonna give you more of a chewier crust. And then AP or all-purpose flour is kind of right in the middle. It uses the soft wheat and the hard wheat, and it's a medium protein, and it's best for doing all-around stuff. But if you are looking for that crisp, that crunch in your crust, 00 flour is probably the way to go for you. Okay, so we didn't get the Woodfire base for this thing. We're just using a horse that I had in the garage, which works perfectly as it seems. Anyways, plugged in. So turn it on to pizza. That gives you the options. We're gonna stick with Neapolitan. We are using the Woodfire chips. So we're gonna do that, and you can see that little light up right there. I'll turn it off for you. Does light up, so that tells you Woodfire's on. And we're gonna do on. And it's gonna ignite, and it's gonna heat up, and it will tell you when it's ready. Do not put your pizzas in before they're ready. Wait till this thing gets to temperature, because it's gotta heat the stone for the first time. It's gonna take roughly 25 minutes according to the manual. So we're gonna wait for that, and when it gets close, we'll start making our pizzas and fire them in, and let's see if you can successfully cook 2 pizzas in a row with 3 minutes of interval. Okay, we're gonna go check on it, see what it says. Still preheating. Still in the preheat, so do not use this until, I like that smoke, boy. Whew. Oh yeah, look at that. Wood fired. All right, so this is the dough that we did. That was the quick recipe. Put a bit of oil in here for a quick rise. You can see how nicely that's risen. So we're gonna separate this into 2. I'm gonna eyeball it, because I've been doing this a long time. I'm pretty good at eyeballing things. All right. So here, we're gonna make our first pizza dough. You can see the stretch is kind of nice on this. Flour it. Flour the other side as well. And we're gonna stretch this out, just stretch, spin. You wanna make it, you know, as close to round. This is the one thing about pizzas. They don't have to be perfectly round. This isn't a frozen pizza you're buying from the store. So you can pick this up, you can stretch it out. You can see when the dough's got good gluten, it will stretch, no problem. And you're looking to make it 12 inches round. If you do happen to tear it, just fold it over and close it up. All right, so that's about 12 inches around. Right there. So the sauce is basically plain San Marzano tomatoes, a little bit of sea salt, basil and oregano. If you like oregano, I do. Grew up on it, so I do like it in my pizza sauce. And a little bit of garlic. You don't have to use the garlic. Some guys are purists and say just straight tomatoes. This is all personal preference. But you want a nice even layer there. We're going with 19% mozzarella, milk fat mozzarella. So milk fat's important because the more fat your mozzarella has, the better it's gonna melt. So we're gonna spread out an even amount here. Doesn't have to be overdone. And then we're gonna go with the cured Italian. It's like a salami or a salchicha, if they call it. Drain the black olives. Spread them around evenly. And that's it. Now, the big trick is gonna be getting this onto the pizza peel. You wanna make sure your dough is well floured underneath. You wanna make sure that your pizza peel has been floured. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick this up. Now this peel that I'm using is a 13-inch peel. Do not get a bigger peel because it will not fit into the oven. So let's go to the oven, get this off and cook it, see how long it takes. So you can see here the pizza oven says press start, add food. So we are gonna we're gonna add the food. And when you get your pizza in there, you're gonna get it to touch down, a little shake. Perfect. Laid that right in there. And we're gonna press start. 3 minutes. Let's see what happens in 3 minutes. Oh, I'm excited. All right, so it's been 2.5 minutes. The one thing I will say about this I do not like is the fact that there's not a window to see because my God, is it hard not to open. But do not open the door during the 3-minute time it takes to cook. We have not opened it. We are 14 seconds away from it being done. This is as big a surprise to you guys as it is to me. So let's see what this thing can do. This is the Ninja 8-in-1 Woodfire roast pizza, everything 2, 1, 0. Get food, it says. Oh my good God. I mean, not bad undercarriage there, a la Dave Portnoy. Nice top. Let's do one more. This is already heating up, it's ready to go. You can see that it's already at 700 degrees and it's ready to go for 3 minutes. So let's go quickly make the next one. All right, so I'd like it a little more charred on the bottom personally, but again, this is the quick dough. So this dough is not gonna have the same structure or softness or crispness that the dough that's gonna, ferment in the fridge for 24, 48, or 72 hours. But the top looks great. Good color on it. Pretty decent undercarriage, but it's a 3-minute pizza, man. That's really good. Like I said, more crisp, And again, you have a custom function on there, so you can add it to 3 minutes and 30 seconds if you would rather have it. Depending how you like your pizza, it seems like that Ninja 8-in-1 is pretty customizable. So I think we're gonna be getting a lot of use out of that this summer. For a quick pizza dough, 3-minute cook, this is like 2 hours total time from start to finish making the dough. It's pretty good. I'm excited to see what that 24-hour or 48-hour fermented dough tastes like. That will be the true test. All right, guys, so the next day I used the dough that had been fermenting for just over 24 hours. Big difference in the stretchability of the dough. It was more relaxed. What I did is I basically took it out of the fermentation boxes. I had them in the fridge overnight. Put them on the counter for like an hour and a half or so. Let them kind of get that deep chill off of them. And then very easy to stretch. Lots of flour needed because that was like almost 70% hydration dough. But overall, better crisp, better bounce. But this is only using the Neapolitan setting, which I feel is still leaving the middle a little softer, like a traditional Neapolitan should be. So as we move forward, definitely gonna try other settings. What I did notice for myself, if you are using the Neapolitan setting and you are like me and you like your pizzas a little more on the crispy or well done side, I always order my pizza well done. I left it in for the 3 minutes plus another 30 seconds, and that got me more of that char on the outside. It got me more of that stiffness that I wanted in the pizza. But I'm gonna try some other ones because I have heard that setting it to thin slice or thin pizza does a better job. Maybe lowering that temperature a bit, letting it cook a little bit longer would be a better idea. Now I did do 8 pizzas in a row, 3 minutes each, with a 1 minute break in between basically, and the stone held, everything held, temperature held, cooked the same, all of them very even. So overall, I'm impressed. It's the last thing I need is to be eating a lot of pizza, but I have a feeling this little oven's gonna make me do a lot more of that. So there you have it, guys. That is a review and walkthrough of the new Ninja 8-in-1 Woodfire oven. Great little tool if you're looking for something small, outdoor, very easy, quick, 25, 30 minutes to warm up. It'll tell you when it's ready. Simple, plug and play, great pizza. One thing I did notice with the higher hydration dough was that I needed a lot more flour, especially on the pizza peel, to get it to slide on and off easily. And what that's gonna cause is you're gonna get a lot of buildup of flour on the stone. I did notice that. What I did use is a little plastic scraper, like a dough scraper, to clean off that stone the next day once the oven cooled, and that's easy to get rid of. A vacuum would probably help as well. And then regarding the wood fire chips, and they say every few times that you use it, you should empty that out or wire brush it. It worked great, rolled a lot of smoke. Everything was perfect about this. Just keep an eye on the flour buildup on your stone and try not to get cheese on your stone because it's gonna make a mess of it. There you have it, guys. If you guys can do me a favor, click subscribe down below. That'll make sure our videos get into your feed. If you have any questions or comments about the dough recipe or about, using the oven or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment down below. We love talking to you guys. And don't forget, hit that get notifications bell. That makes sure our videos get into your feed. I know this one wasn't fishing. This is on the cooking side of things, but I do both. And I love them both. Maybe fishing a little more, but I love to eat. So I hope you're all staying safe. I hope you're all having fun. Most importantly, usually I say I hope you're catching fish. I hope you're having some great food. We'll talk to you next time.